Hello and welcome to Digital Assets class. First off, let me say I am not a financial advisor. These videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I encourage everyone to do their own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. So let's talk about markets today. And markets is what pretty much determines price for XRP, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Tron, all the different cryptocurrencies or digital assets that are out there. The market is what determines the price. Now, first, before we get into our digital assets, let's look at what a regular stock exchange looks like. So everybody knows about stocks. Companies, private companies that get ready to go public, they'll do what is called an initial public offering or an IPO. Now that price is the initial price of the stock when it goes from a private company to a public company where regular everyday Joes can go out and buy shares of a company. So the whole idea of buying shares and stuff is to get in early. You want to buy your stocks as low as possible. A lot of times that will be at the IPO level, and you hope that the price of the stocks go up. As the company does well and business is good, the price of the stock goes up, people cash out, and a lot of times they'll make a lot of money. So that's how a traditional stock or a traditional company works on an exchange. Now you also have what is called a forex exchange or foreign exchange where currencies are being traded. So you might have the US dollar traded against the yen, you might have the pound traded against the Australian dollar. Various different currencies from different countries are traded against each other in hopes that one will perform better than the other one over a period of time. Now, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, the dollar is weak or the dollar is strong. Those prices, the value of a dollar or the value of a native currency for a country is based on a lot of different things. The economy, whether or not you have a strong job market, whether or not people are spending, all of these things contribute to the value of a particular currency or a country's currency. So things might not be going too well over in Europe right now. So if Europe is not doing very good financially and the US is, then the US dollar is going to be doing better than the European dollar. So if you're trading, which most of the time when you're doing Forex, you're doing trading in pairs. So you're trading one currency against the other. Digital assets work similarly in the same way. Right here, you're looking at Binance, which is a cryptocurrency exchange where you would trade your digital assets. And in this particular one, you're looking at XRP paired against Bitcoin, BTC. No, excuse me. So what you're looking at here is basically price fluctuations. This chart shows as XRP is going up against Bitcoin, it also shows the downs and ups and downs. So right now, as you can see, we're kind of in a down market. It's gone down over the last couple of days or so. And the difference between, like, say, a stock or a country's currency. So a stock, it's easy to determine prices of stock based on how the company is doing. So if the company is doing well, they're having lots of sales, everything is going good, their prices are going to go up. If things are going bad, they had a bad quarter, then the price of that stock is going to go down. So once again, you want to buy low, sell high, but a lot of times you want to hold it for a period of time. You don't want to just buy it one day and sell it the next. That way if you do that, you're not actually making that much value on your money. Same thing when it comes to cryptocurrency. Most of the time, people are buying crypto and holding it. Now, you can day trade crypto just like you can XRP just like you can fiat currency, the US dollar against the yen. You can trade that, and trade on the strength of a particular coin or a particular digital asset. Most of the time right now, since digital assets are really volatile, most people that are buying digital assets right now are buying and holding like in traditional stock. One of the reasons is in US currency or foreign exchange currency, when you're trading pairs of country money, you have a lot of different indicators, like I was saying before. that you can go by as far as saying, okay, there are different indicators that are happening. So say their unemployment rate just came out, or their gross national product went up, or whatever the case is from a country. You have a lot of things that contribute to the value of that. So you can kind of predict based on things that are going on. You can do research on the company, on a country, and you can see kind of like what's going on with that country, and you can tell what's happening in the market. With cryptocurrencies and digital assets, it's a lot more speculation. Right now, there's not a whole lot of use cases other than, say, XRP. You've got a couple other coins that have some pretty good use cases. You've got Tron, Cardano, XLM, which is Stellar. You have a couple of different ones out here that have pretty good use cases. XRP being the number one because it's already got a head start on pretty much everybody else. And they're bringing on banks, as I was talking about in a previous video, where they've just surpassed 200 different financial institutions that are going to be using Ripple's network, and some of them are going to be using XRapid, which uses XRP. Now, the reason the reason prices are so volatile right now, first of all, there's not that much money in the digital assets right now. We're talking less than $130 billion when we're looking at things getting into the trillions of dollars. So right now it can be easily manipulated. You know, if a whale comes in and sells a whole lot of Bitcoin per se, you know, or puts in a sale for a lot of Bitcoin, then people may panic, you know, and start, oh, we need to sell, we need to sell, we need to sell. That whole fear of missing out works both ways. You know, as people start selling and they see the price start going down, they'll try to jump out real quick in hopes that, you know, they'll make some profit. But this market is so new and so immature at this point, it really pays to just buy and hold. Like I was saying, the market actually went down over a couple of days, and that's one thing I want people to also pay attention to, is that, you know, you may have recently bought some XRP, and you may have bought it at 35 or 36 cents. Now, the price may go down a little bit. Say if you bought $500 worth. Now, by the price going down, your account may show $420 or $430 or whatever the case may be, as far as what the value is now versus where you first bought in at. Now is not the time to panic. Like I said, this market is brand new. Things are being ironed out in Congress, and different governments around the world are putting in regulation to make sure that this digital asset class is functioning properly. And we've got, you know, money from Wall Street about to come in, institutional investors about to start flooding money into the crypto market. So now is actually a time to buy more. As you see the price dropping right now, that's even a better opportunity. Like I was saying before, you want to buy low and sell high. So as you accumulate more XRP or more Tron or more Bitcoin, whichever coin you decide to invest in, then when the value starts going up, then you just have more of that asset. So you've got more assets. So let's compare it to gold. If you were to go out and buy a pound of gold at $500, now you've got a pound of gold sitting there on your desk or table. Now, when that price goes up, say you bought it at 500, now that pound of gold is worth 1,000. You still got that same pound of gold sitting there. Do you want to sell it, or do you want to hold on to it and see if it's going to go higher? It may go up to $2,000 or $3,000. That's what you're actually doing when you're buying and holding digital assets. You've got the exact amount of assets that you bought when you first bought in. Whether you bought $50 worth, whatever, you've got that many XRP. So if you bought at $50, you were able to buy 320 XRP. You've got that 320 XRP regardless of where the price is going. If it goes up, down, whatever the case may be, you still have that same 320 XRP. Now, when the price goes from 36 cents to $1, $10, $50, $100, the value of that XRP that you still have those same 320 XRP. Now they're just worth more in value. So the main point I want to get across is, pay attention to the markets, but don't focus on the markets, because right now it's so early in the game. I was talking about getting on the bus in one of my videos. Well, in this situation, we're waiting for the bus to come down the street. And when the bus comes down the street and everybody starts getting on, we want to already have our bags full of XRP or Tron or Litecoin or whatever digital asset you decide to choose. You want to have your bags full and ready to rock and roll. So that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, I just wanted to go over some market information and try to help people understand what markets are, how they affect prices, and what's going on. Like I said, with XRP and most digital assets at this point, it's pure speculation is what driving the price. So it's basically what someone thinks it's worth. But as these use cases take place and more digital assets are actually used, then that's going to help drive the price. So right now, like I said, pretty much the whole market is speculation. When we had the run up in 2017, that was pretty much people speculating and hoping that the price is going to go up, and more people were buying and forcing the price to go up, because as more people buy, the digital assets become, you have less of them available. So the rarity and the scarcity will drive the price up also. So that's the other thing that, you want to look at. But again, we're early to the game. We are like innovators in this space. And that is a great and wonderful thing. It's like being able to buy Amazon or Netflix before it actually goes public, where everybody can have a chance at buying it. So that's where we're at. So just, kind of pay attention to the markets, but don't try to watch them too closely, because it can drive you crazy with the up and down price fluctuation. But when it hits, you best believe I'll be right here letting you know about it. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.